G'day battlers, and today we are jumping in for some Prismatic Cup Battles. Now if you haven't already seen my Prismatic Cup Meta Simplified infographic video, click up there to watch that or in the description below. I definitely recommend that you check that out before this one, just so you kind of have an idea about what is going on. But yeah, we have Munchlax up against SosaFlo of TeamRocketAcademy's Makago here, link in the description below. Now we've gone for the Bulldoze, trying to land this on Makago, because if we get it through, it will definitely be huge for us because of its rock typing, and we do land the Bulldoze. One more lick and that thing will be going down. Looks like landing that Bulldoze did break the game here, but yeah. Actually, it turns out that just getting a charge move off from the Makago's end, so burn a shield here, and then one more lick will take out Makago, and then we know that he has that Bronzong that was in the lead. Bronzong definitely a pretty powerful Pokemon in this cup, because it has that confusion damage, and he's bringing it in, which makes me think that he's got something else in the back that is going to be weak to Munchlax, so I don't know, maybe it's going to be like a Frostlass or something. We'll just have to wait and see, but going for the Body Slam spam here. Getting one shield, which maybe SosaFlo was just a little bit worried about a Bulldoze coming through again, and just not wanting to go through that again, because yeah, Body Slam wouldn't do much itself, but yeah, Bulldoze definitely would. Now we're bringing in Dugong here. Victreebel is a little bit of a liability in the back, because Victreebel is going to be taking a lot of damage from this Bronzong if it does end up lining up, so we decided to burn the shield there. It was a Bulldoze, just so we can keep Dugong around, try and beat the Bronzong with our Dugong, and then Victreebel can come out in the back and try and take it out. But yeah, Shadows are banned in this cup, so we're not going to see any Shadow Victreebel action. Just thought we'd try out a Victreebel for a little bit of fun here, but yeah. Victreebel now up against the Pelipper would be a really good matchup if we had a shield, but unfortunately we don't, so we have to eat a Weather Ball there. But these Raise Leafs still going to add up though, and we actually get to the Leaf Blade. I did not think that was going to happen. Get the Leaf Blade off. This will take out the Pelipper, and then that Bronzong is going to come in, get one Confusion of energy on this Victreebel, and then Dugong just has to get the energy off onto this Bronzong. We're almost the Icy Wind. We do get it off. Icy Wind is really devastating for a Pokemon like Bronzong, whose charge moves are just fast moves are just so heavy damage, and that Icy Wind was enough to take out Bronzong. That is GG's on game 1. But yeah, just trying some unique picks in this video, so don't expect me to use the same Pokemon twice. We're going to try and cover a lot of ground here. So Scizor up against Pidgeot, not the best matchup for us, and unfortunately we don't really have a great answer for Pidgeot on our lineup. We have Scizor, Fortress, and a Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck taking a lot of damage from these Gusts, and I basically just let them get a free Gust there because I tapped the charge move right at the start of their fast move. So definitely a little bit of a very poor play on my part, something that we can hopefully clean up as the video progresses, but decided to shield up there, and it was the Brave Bird. Brave Bird's going to debuff that Pidgeot, so he ends up switching out into Shadow Probopass. Now Shadows are banned. These were very early battles, so we weren't quite aware that Shadows were banned at the time. It didn't quite register for us. We were a little bit still kind of trying to process all of the color action going on, but yeah, still generally the same. Probopass is going to just wreck away that Alolan Muck. We decided to bring in the Scizor because we figure, hey, we have some energy on Scizor, and these charge moves are going to do a little bit of damage because of its Shadow, and we really don't have a great answer, so we're trying to do as much as we can. Go for the Night Slash, does do a little bit, and then swap out into Fortress, successfully catching the charge move from the Probopass. Fortress is a really good sponge. Like, that is the huge thing about Fortress. I mentioned at the end of the last meta video, but the reason that I didn't include it was just because it didn't feel like it fit quite right. The only thing that it's really like super weak to is Fire though, and Fire is obviously not something in Probopass's arsenal. Does a lot of damage to us there, and we decide to get the Mirror Shot off there. Again, letting them get another full Gust off, which is so unfortunate. Definitely playing this matchup really poorly up against Pidgeot, but we get the attack debuff, which again, something doing so much damage with his fast moves again is pretty huge. Sosa was a little bit worried because of that attack debuff and decided to go for the charge move, feeling like he may not have been able to take us out. He definitely would have though, and yeah, Scissor's able to come in and X's are down just because he didn't have much health left over and no energy ready to go. Here comes Nidoking, one of the Pokemon that Sosa does like to use, going for the Night Slash here just to try and bring down Nidoking. And we get the boost. This matchup has a chance now. We have to take out the shield as well as Nidoking, as well as the Probopass's little bit of health in the back as well. So go for the Night Slash, and he lets it go through. And with the boost, able to take it out. And can we know, we X's it down. Oh, actually, it looks like Nidoking did swap out at the last minute there. But man, able to take that one out just with the clutch boost from Scizor. Again, Shadow Probopass is banned, so you cannot be using that, but we've now got Confusion versus Confusion is Gallade versus Bronzong, and the reason Gallade was not on the infographic and Bronzong was, is because Gallade doesn't really have too much to do. If the water types do become huge in this meta, then Gallade will definitely have a lot more stock because it has that Leaf Blade, and now unfortunately the Weather Ball gets caught by Sosa's Drapion here, which is going to do like a little bit of damage. It's definitely going to add up because it's not like Drapion is resisting it, but we'll just see how this matchup ends up playing out. The Ice Fangs aren't doing too much to us because we aren't just the flying typing, we are the water flying, so it is neutral. Go for another weather ball, get a shield out of Sosa, and we're kind of going, okay, what's our game plan here? We could probably just let Pelipper go down, bring in Hitmon top, and hope to farm down the Drapion, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Turns out that he goes for the Aqua Tail though, and it means that he's able to get a little bit more energy, which is a little bit unfortunate, and just not able to get our weather ball off as well. Bring in Hitmon top, try and cast down before another charge move comes through. Unfortunately, not going to happen, so we decide to shield, keep some health on our Hitmon top, because we really need to deal with that Bronzong somehow, and we have two Pokemon that are not going to stand up too well to it with Hitmon top and Gallade. So expecting, yeah, here comes that Bronzong. We decide to charge some energy, swap into Gallade, not really trying to catch a charge move. That is what we've done here. Decide to shield up because we decide, hey, we may as well get this energy off on Gallade anyway. And Sosa swaps into Kingdra. So at this point, I'm like, okay, Leaf Blade is going to do a bit of damage here, so maybe we have a shot. Go for the first Leaf Blade, does go through, does heaps of damage, get our second Leaf Blade off. If this goes through, then Kingdra will be going down, and it'll just be down to Bronzong. Otherwise, he actually does let the Kingdra go down, so here comes that Bronzong. Sosa knows that Bronzong is a huge threat to my team, especially when I've got no more shields. We decide to not go straight for the charge move because he still had a shield, and yeah. Bronzong just had too much energy, he's going to be able to take out a Hitmon top with the Psyshock, and that is GG's. Going in now with the Raichu up against the Celio. It's actually a Alolan Raichu. I kind of didn't realize that it only came up with the name Raichu. Should be a Alolan Raichu, but yeah, definitely a good matchup there. And Sosa swaps into Trash Wormadam. So we're going to swap into our Quagsire, ready to go, ready to get these Earthquakes off onto Trash Wormadam. We're kind of just wondering, okay, do we go for the bait? Do we just go for it? What are we going to do here? Gets the Bug Buzz defense debuff, which is so unfortunate. These confusions are only going to do even more now. And again, we let him get basically a full confusion off for free. Really need to tighten up your game, Steve. But we landed the Earthquake, which is definitely pretty huge. Now we're able to go for this Stone Edge here. We did time the moves right there, so we didn't give Sosa any free fast move. This Stone Edge will take out the Trash Wormadam at this range and forces Sosa to burn a shield, so he can get this charge move off. At this point, we're kind of like, okay, if we burn a shield, we could probably just mud shot down this Wormadam and have a lot of energy, but he swaps into Celio. So we're like, okay, we'll charge up to Stone Edge, swap out, and he gets the charge move just as we're trying to swap. Oh man, really rough there, because that, even if we just threw the Stone Edge, that would have been huge for us, but unfortunately that's just not how it played out. So maybe a little bit of lag there, but hey, we've almost got 2 wild charges. Gonna be able to tank this Body Slam from the Celio. I'm going to go for 1 wild charge now, which will take out the Celio if it goes through. We'll see if the shield does come up. And then we have our Frostlass in the back, who could definitely be set up as a sweeper depending on what does end up coming out. We actually swap into Frostlass to tank the Body Slam from the Celio. Going to be resisted because of our Ghost typing. Definitely a pretty decent play there, although we're still not doing much damage back to the Celio. So Celio, it's a bit of a war of attrition here. Celio obviously has a lot less health, but does get these Body Slams off a lot quicker as well. Finally swapping to the Litleo, and we foolishly go for the Shadow Ball, forgetting for a split second that Litleo has the normal typing and Shadow Ball is going to do absolutely nothing. Really unfortunate there. We should have definitely gone for the Avalanche, and we actually maybe would have got 2 Avalanches off. Actually, I don't think so quite. Go for the Wild Charge here to try and take out the Litleo before a charge move comes through, and then hoping that we can somehow Volt Switch down the Celio, forgetting that there was actually a Trash Wormadam as well. Yeah, and yeah, at this point we're just too low. Celio is going to come in, 1 fast move, and down we go. That is GG's. But going into the last battle of the video, we're trying out this Hypno up against Chandelure. So on the surface, you might think this is a bad matchup for Hypno because Chandelure is the Ghost type. We're Psychic. Ghost can be super effective to Psychic. But Chandelure is so squishy and Confusion does so much damage that we burn that shield on the Shadow Ball and we would be able to just Confusion down anyway. Now Sosa unfortunately swaps into the Mantine here, not knowing that we have Thunder Punch, really hoping that we had Ice Punch, but so unfortunate for him. That is so rough. Oh man, getting another Thunder Punch off before Mantine gets a charge move off. This is really rough for Sosa here, but we'll see how it does end up playing out. Does burn the shield off the Mantine. Can we get another Thunder Punch off? Or I guess at this point, we kind of think, okay, I reckon he's going to go for the Bubble Beam bait. He's really going to try and get the advantage, and that's exactly what he tries to do. Tries to get us to burn another shield there. Maybe just tries to reduce our Confusion damage for the next matchup. But hey, get another Thunder Punch off here, and does let that go through. Down goes the Mantine, and here is Chandelure once again. We have been debuffed, but hoping that we can still get this off. And it looks like Chandelure might... I'm actually not quite sure what happened there. Kind of confusing me a little bit, but Chandelure went down nonetheless. Nidoking comes in, takes out our Hypno. We have 2 full Pokemon here, Meganium and Probopass. So at this point, we're kind of like, okay, we'll bring in Meganium, throw this Frenzy Plant just to burn the last shield from the Nidoking, and then we can swap into Probopass. Probopass would be able to basically clean up Actually, Probopass would be kind of weak to the Earth power, so better off just staying with Meganium, shield up this charge move from Nidoking, and then go for another charge move. Even though we're taking a lot of damage from the Poison type fast move from the Nidoking, yeah, this Frenzy Plant should probably take out Nidoking, and that is going to be GG, so yeah. Thanks to SosaFlo for the battles. Again, check out TeamRocketAcademy, they're doing more Silph content, link in the description below. Yeah, really appreciate the battle. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. Thank you to my patrons and supporters over on Twitch as well. So yeah, if you still haven't watched the meta video, that'll be linked up the top there, and once we have another Prismatic Cup video, that'll be linked down the bottom. If you want me to look into a particular thing in a video, let me know in the description below, because I'll definitely be taking some ideas from there, kind of see what you guys want to actually see over this next month, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.